I've spent nearly a decade navigating the world of finance and banking, and I've seen firsthand the mistakes people are making day in and day out that are stopping them from becoming rich. So in this video, I wanted to share with you 5 of the most commonly overlooked bad habits and tips on how to break out of them. Number 1, a scarcity mindset. There's this really interesting study done with a group of relatively low achieving students. They were split into 2 groups. The first group was the control group, and that group was asked to together read out loud an article describing how human memory works and then later discuss what they learned. So they learned about long-term, short-term memory using repetition. The second group was taught about a growth mindset. So they read and discussed an article about how learning makes their brain smarter and discussed how they can apply their learnings in their schoolwork. What they found was the second group, who learned about the growth mindset, showed a significant increase in effort and motivation towards their learning compared to the first group. And this increased motivation had a direct correlation to improved performance. So the students tracked the results of maths tests for both of these groups after a year of doing the exercise, and the group that was taught about memory continued to see their grades decline, whereas the group that learned about the growth mindset saw the reverse. Their grades started to improve. It's so easy to blame external things for why we're not good at something. Oh, my teacher wasn't very good at teaching that. I don't have the experience in it. I don't have the right skills to be able to do something. And I'm guilty of this myself, but the act of reframing your mindset to one that is of abundance and growth, just making that shift, it really is the thing that changes your life's trajectory and what you're able to achieve. Every single person that I know that has acquired a lot of wealth has this in common: an abundance mindset and the belief that they can do it. Knowing that something is possible makes you much more likely to go for it and to put in the work to achieve it than if you think something is out of reach and success or financial wealth is something that is reserved for other people. Number 2, skimping on growth. This is something that I did a lot in my 20s, and it's only in the last few years that my perspective in paying for education has completely changed. Because before, I had this mentality that everything is available on the internet for free. So why should I pay for further education or learning when I could just take the time out to learn those things myself without having to pay for it? So when I started my YouTube channel, I had no understanding or background in anything creative. I didn't know how to work a camera, let alone anything about editing or social media. And at the start of my YouTube journey, I'll spend days, hours, weeks on end trying to figure out one small thing and how it works. I remember wanting to make the color grading of my videos look a bit sharper and polished, and I watched another YouTube video on how to do it, and I think it was Joshua Mayo's, on how he edits his videos, because I love the way his videos look, really high production, and so I just tried to copy it. I could try to copy what he did, not realizing that that video was for people who actually have some sort of basic understanding of how an editing tool works. And so I tried my best, I got it completely wrong, and for weeks my YouTube videos looked like they were recorded in the 80s in a black and white scale, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. What I should have done was just buy a course that would teach me how to edit from A to Z. And I don't want this to sound disingenuous, because of course, here I am on YouTube selling courses, now suddenly talking about how courses are important. And it sounds typical, but I can honestly say that in the past year, the biggest category that I've spent money on after all my needs have been met is courses. I even bought a course that's helped me with my social skills. And that is the level of which I pay for learning and development now. Everything you want to learn or anything you want to solve or any part of you that you want to develop, don't skimp out on it, because it's only going to cost you in other ways. And to really grow and build wealth, you need to keep investing in your learning and education. Number 3, doing it all yourself. I saw a motivational quote the other day that read, Beyonce has the same 24 hours in the day that we do.